Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and in my hands I have the Huawei P9, the device with a dual camera on the back. So I'm going to open it up, show you what's in the box, and then do a quick camera test, maybe show you how much storage is on the device out of the box as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. So you have a very simplistic box for the Huawei P9. Let's go ahead and slide this up. And right away you do have the phone itself. Let's go ahead and take off the wrappings on it. And you can feel the aluminum design to it. Definitely, it's a little cool because, of course, I haven't been holding it and it's not even on. So let's press and hold the power button right there. In my hands right away, very premium feeling, definitely. And premium looking as well. I do really like the look of it. Looks similar to a color of maybe an iPhone model. So let's set that to the side. And here is what else is in the box while that's booting up. All right, so we got headphones in here and it looks like charging cable as well. So slide this out. Here's a charging cable, which should be USB Type-C, and it is. So as you can see, there's a USB Type-C slot, which you can put the charging port in either way now. And then let's grab the headphones and take a quick close look at those. Here they are. So here are the headphones that do come with the P9, for those of you interested. I'll mention them in my full review to see if I actually like them or not. I have a hard time finding my headphones that I actually do like. Continuing on, it looks like you have an AC adapter. This would be more of an international one, not for the US. And then everything else in here would be a SIM ejector. And there should be some booklets in there, but there's not. So, oops, just didn't get booklets with my review unit. So let's jump to the Huawei P9 now. Before I run through the setup and talk about the software, I want to talk about some hardware. At the bottom here, your speaker, USB Type-C slot, headphone jack, and a microphone. And then something I wanted to point out, something that I like a lot, is that the volume rockers have a different texture than the power button. The power button has some ridges in it so you can feel it, and then it's smooth on the volume rockers. And they are also very premium feeling when you press them. So good job, Huawei, on the design of those. And then here's just another quick close-up of the back with that dual camera setup and the fingerprint scanner as well. Moving along through the setup, I'm going to quickly go through everything. I'm really only going to show off anything that's out of the ordinary. I'm going to skip through it. It does have a 5.2-inch 1080p display for those of you wondering. Something the P9 has that the Mate 8 had was it switches between Wi-Fi and mobile data pretty seamlessly, and I found that to be very convenient because the Mate 8's battery was fantastic, so I had no problem leaving this on. So I'm going to use it with this on, and hopefully battery life on the P9 is as good as it was on the Mate 8. With that fingerprint scanner on the back, you can set it as your screen lock. You also can answer calls, take photos, stop alarms. So I'm going to enroll a fingerprint with PIN or a password, so you cannot do a pattern, it looks like. Okay, so to enroll it, I'm going to use my pointer finger on the back. It kind of feels like it's a little higher up on the back of the device. I almost wanted to touch about right there, but of course I'll go ahead and talk about that in my full review. But configuration successful. Let's begin. That took a lot quicker than I expected it to. Huawei Home, you need permission, so I'm going to enable them. So here we go. This would be their skin as well over Android. Now I want to test out fingerprint scanner, so I shouldn't have to power on the display and just kind of set my finger on there, and it unlocked it. So very good job. I mean, with the Nexus 6P, with the Mate 8, the fingerprint scanner worked very well. So out of the box, let's check and see how much storage is actually included. I believe this is the 32 gigabyte model. So it says total 25 gigs and 23.5 gigs free. So there must be a little bit of bloatware on there. So about 25 gigs free. Let's check for that bloatware now. All your Google apps right there. Some tools. You have a mirror app, which is essentially using the front-facing camera. Pretty funny when they include those. And then going to top apps, you have WPS Office and IM. Let's go ahead and see if you can uninstall them. Looks like delete or share come up at the top. So uninstall IM, you can. So nice that you can actually uninstall some of this bloatware. The P9 does have Marshmallow right out of the box going into settings, about phone, Android 6.0, and then of course EMUI 4.1. Which does need work, in my opinion. Using it on the Mate 8, it definitely needs a lot of work. There's some things I like about it, but some of them I don't. So you'll see you have some quick toggles right up here. You can swipe over to get to your notifications showing the date and time as well. And then, of course, you can take a screenshot, and you can edit them as well. So you can add specific ones by touching and holding icons. Just as you can see, there's a lot of them. Screen recording, do not disturb, 4G, GPS. So a bunch of different ones you can add as well. With this home launcher, it's just no app drawer at all, which is okay because you can just install one from the Play Store. And they do have heavily themed icons, which is a bit unfortunate. As you can see, the Play Store looks pretty goofy. They add that little background square. I'm not a big fan of that. So real quick, I want to try out the camera application with that dual camera on the back, of course. And you'll see it looks like laser autofocus. As you can tell, that laser's going, and then you have the flash right above it. So let's snap a couple quick pictures. So picture, picture. So very little shutter lag, if any, at all. And this is in very good lighting conditions. So this turned out very clear, very good. So that's good to see in a good lighting condition. You expect it to be one of the top-notch cameras out there. But let's check out the camera software itself. So you see a little bar right here. You pop that out, and it switches into Pro mode. So you can change the ISO, autofocus. But it's weird that I'm holding it horizontally, but none of the icons rotate. So when you tap on something, it stays vertical. So a little strange that it's doing that. And then, of course, if you want to do a video recording, you tap that icon. If I want to minimize Pro mode, I can just kind of press the back arrow probably. Nope, that closed out of it. Looks like you have to kind of minimize it yourself by sliding down Pro. Tapping on this is probably your filters. So various filters you can use, pressing the back button. And then you have your flash. You can switch to the front-facing camera. And this option right here is for taking photos with shallow depth of field. So pictures of something that's close to you. So let me grab maybe this mouse. So tap on this and then snap a quick picture. And it's just going to kind of blur out the background, which it did pretty well. It's hard to see through the camera on the picture itself, but you'll see how blurry everything is in the background. So overall, looks good. I'm excited to test out this dual camera on the back. You'll see more in my full review, but that's everything that does come in the box. Like I said, you got your charging, you have your headphones as well. Nice to see USB Type-C, making more of a wide range view, including the Chinese market. So that's Huawei P9. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Subscribe to me for more coverage on this. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.